Hello guys, today we're going to unboxing and review Kyojuro Rengoku from BUZZmod Demon Slayer action figure series. So I'm personally very happy it arrived. He's one of my favorite characters in Demon Slayer series. The fighting style was very beautiful and it just instantly fall in love with these characters. So talking about this figure, actually just right after I purchased this, BUZZmod has announced a version 2 version with a little upgraded. So we will talking about the upgraded version in the later of this video. But now let's focus on the old version first. So as you can see in the box, you can see this figure is actually produced as a movie version. So you can see the Mugen Train logos right here, and at the side the logo actually show at the movie version Demon Slayer Mugen Train art, and behind on the box you can see same design with other Demon Slayer action figure box. Still have some promotion photos and some instruction in Japanese. Now let's get right into it and open the box and see what come with this action figure. So right here we can see two layers of plastic. We can see our figure itself with two changeable faces and some pair of changeable hands, two takanas, fire effect, two bending knees, and one sitting pad. So now let's get them out and have a closer look of all the accessories. So here are all the accessories come with this action figure. So we have a figure itself, we have two takanas, two changeable face, one is a angry face and one is a smiling face, three pairs and an extra right hand, two bending knees, a sitting pad, and the fire effect contained with two parts, and this time the fire effects was much more detailed, and we'll talk about it in the later of this video. So now let's look at our figure itself first. And so first thought of this figure, it is looking amazing. The head sculpt right here is very amazing. You can see the forehead detail of Rengoku, have a little line in here, and the eye, the painting of the eye was so amazing. The lilacs was so good, and the hair here have little details of the painting right here. The hair tail can move a little bit, and the hair right here, two sides can also moving a little bit. I believe is due to the cape, so have a little movement so you can adjust. And the uniform, just by first look, I believe is kind of a same scope with Tanjiro. Maybe I will take them out for comparison in later, but the first look was so great, and the painting of the boot was amazing, and a little bit outline right here, but it's not a big deal for me. And this is behind. It's so well done, and the painting of the cave is also very beautiful. We got the red, dark red, and some yellows right here, but maybe a little bit QC issues. Some of the painting of yellow go up here, and maybe have a little bit scratch right here, but it's just a minor problem. I don't think it's a big problem to me. It just looks so good of this figure, and I just instantly love it. Let's look at the articulation. So for the demonstration of articulation purpose, I will take out the cape first. So pull out the head first and just slowly remove the cape and put the back in. So now let's demonstrate the articulation. So the head of course can turn left and right 360. The neck right here can move up, maximum looking up like this. Can look down around like this. The upper body part can also move, but not much, just a little bit movement. Can turn left and right, can move up like this I think, and also can move a little bit forward like this, and the whole body move up like this. And the arm is also a design of two joints right here, and can move up 360 pretty easy, but just a little bit careful when moving this. Can move up, single joint design, bend over 90 degrees. The wrist right here can also move up and move down. So now let's talk about the legs. Legs can kick up almost 90 degrees. The knees can bend over like this. The leg right here, the foot right here can move up and move down. And also have the toe joints, can move a little bit up, not much movement, and a little bit down. And the joint design here is same as Tanjiro. We have a joint right here for you to remove the legs and remove it to the bending poses like this. So you can remove the leg like this. So by removing one, why not just also change the other legs? So I can show you how it look in the sitting poses. So this is how Rengoku looks when changed into a sitting pose. And the leg can wide open up around like this, kick back like this. So this is basically the figure articulation. And also the cape is made of plastic, and it also have some articulation. You have double joints right here, single joint in here. So this you can movement, pulls up the edge like this, and right here the movement has a little bit more. You can turn left and right due to the double joint design. And to install back on the figure is simply very easy. You pull out the head and just put these joints right in, and with a little adjustment. And lastly, put the head back, and you can have a Rengoku wearing his cape. For changing the faces, this time is slightly pull out the hair, pull out the face like this, and put it back. There you go. And this is his smiling face. So this is the angry face, come with these BUZZmod figures, and the eye is looking in the left side, but I don't know why BUZZmod didn't give us more eyesight, maybe a eyesight looking in the front, but maybe they want to represent the signature facing off pose with Upper Moon 3 demons, but I think in this old version only 3 faces is a kind of a downside. So in the second updated version, they provided one more face, one more changeable face, is a smiling face, and the angry face they will add a bleeding effect. I think it's a huge upgrade for the figures. So now let's talk about the changeable hand. So we have 2 relaxed hand, 2 open palm hand, a pair of fist hand, and 2 grabbing hands for holding the blade, and at last, and one more specific right hand for these holding poses. So now let's talk about the famous sun blades right over here. So this one is the blade with the sheet, and let's look at the detail. You can see the handle right here is also have the metallic gold painting, and the handles right here was very detailed sculpt, and the sheet right here is also full of detailed and painted well. For another blade, you can see the blade itself have the metallics red right here. We have a dark red and a lighter red right here, and also the painting on the blade is on point and have the wordings referring in the animation. And the handle right here is same as the one with the sheet, and this is just very beautiful. And the handle with the sheet can be opened to pose the poses of his already drawing the sword out. So these can put in the belt of the figures right here, but it seemed a little bit stuck at first, so let's try it gently put this in. So it seems right now all BUZZmod figure has a struggling point. So for Rengoku is this sword sheet right here. It's just I feel very tight when pushing it into this belt right here. So when you guys is doing this, please be careful. I don't want to break this, but it just feels very tight right over here. Maybe it's the painting of the belt just increasing the tightness. So as this is eventually a soft plastic, so I believe a little struggling will not harm the bell too much. So let's put the leg back. Oops, the joint right here maybe will be a little bit loose, so it just fall off quite easy sometimes. So after a quite amount of time of struggling, this is how it looked when putting it into the figure. But a little advice or suggestion here, just be careful because the handle may be scratched the uniform right here. So mine is just when struggling, I'm just kind of little scratching here, so you can see a little bit scratches is already made. So be careful with that. So here we'll talk about the fire effect. So this is the latest, the new one come with Rengoku. As you can see, the painting, the color is much more colorful, and the stand is very beautiful and well sculpted of the fire effect. And this is the old one came with the Tanjiro one, and as you can see side by side, the comparison is the color. You can see the Rengoku one have more orange, dark red, and even have black painting at the edge. Is more like a cartoon fire effect, and while Tanjiro one is more simply orange and have a more a see-through plastic effect. So I believe this fire effect is a upgrade compared with and the fire effect with the Tanjiro one. I love this fire effect more. But talking about fire effect, I have to talk about the 2.0 Rengoku version. So they come with the fire effect too, but a little bit disappointing is I believe they come with the same fire effect. It's also a circle like this, and I believe if they add more new kind of new style of fire effect or other special effect, for example like a dragon fire head, like the last move when Goku used when fighting with Upper Moon 3, I believe that would be more attractive to people that buying that 2.0 upgrading version. But for now, I'm happy with this circle fire run effect for Rengoku. So here are the size comparison with other BUZZmod Demon Slayer figure. So you can see Rengoku is just slightly taller than Tanjiro in the BUZZmod design, and compared to other Harashi figures that I have, Tengen is obviously the highest BUZZmod figures. So compare with them is about a figurehead tall, and compared to Shinobi it's like this. And my opinions on the side design is this design right here, it should be taller than Tanjiro, but in here by side comparison it just kind of looking like they have similar height, which is kind of inappropriate. So I think this is kind of a downside of this figure. As I bring out Tanjiro right here, you can see both uniform design are pretty similar. As you can see in the leg you can say is almost identical, but Rengoku legs is little bit longer than Tanjiro one. I believe it's just a slightly modification of the figure mod, but when they making these two figures. So they're basically uniform, so they're looking at the same. I don't think it is a really huge problem. So final thought of this figure, I think this figure is amazing. It's well articulation, well sculpted, it looks very much like the animation, and we got the fire effect, we got the katanas look amazing, and it's really high quality product at the time because BUZZmod had launched the 2.0 version, and overall the addition detailed a more accessory. I think the 2.0 version is a huge upgrade of these Rengoku figures. So if you kind of interested in Rengoku BUZZmod figure, I think you should go buy version 2. Personally, myself is pre-ordered the 2.0 version as well, and the cave, especially the cave, is turning into soft good as BUZZmod signature product. And I think the 2.0 version is worth the wait. If you haven't bought it yet, haven't have any Rengoku figure, I suggest you wait for the 2.0 version. So, but this figure itself is still pretty amazing. If you kind of like, nah, I want it right now, I don't need the soft cave, I don't need other accessory, I think this old version is still pretty amazing. And I believe due to the 2.0 version is coming up in next year February, the old version price is kind of like having a discount sale or like decreasing. I believe this, if you're interested in the old version, I believe now is a better time for purchasing it. So this is the end of my unboxing and review video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you love this video, please consider subscribe and give a like, maybe share to your other friend. I hope I can see you in my next video. Goodbye.